Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Talking Skritt. I'm your host John, better known as Dare around Yaxband. We have a fantastic show for you. A mini patch came out, real money trading issue arises, and ArenaNet's 24-hour stream for the kids, and much more. But first, let me introduce you to my fellow host. He is a moderator over at MMO Champion and host of Zero to Hero on this very channel, and also Vote to Kick. Make sure to check those both out on Wednesdays. ArenaNet just finished up Extra Life, but could they walk the talk? Say hello to Jim.
Hi everybody, how you doing? It's gonna be an interesting week.
Oh yeah. So,
I feel like whenever Age finally gets back, he's just gonna have he's gonna pull up a notebook. And he's like, "This show that I missed, I have things to discuss."
Yeah, we'll just have one. Hopefully, he comes back during the holiday season when there's probably just no news. We'll be like, "This is the Age catches up with every bit of news that he's missed show."
Yeah, I can see that happening.
But yeah, so this past week we got a patch on Tuesday as we normally do, and some notable things from the notes. They removed the deletion confirmation from the limited use Scarecrow finisher and limited use Mad King finisher. Because we all love typing all that over and over again.
I just use it, so it's basically like I have the finisher permanently. Because I tick the random finisher box, so
yeah. I don't even know what mine are. I think mine are set the ones that I liked. Like they're proud of the look of my character.
Fair.
But how often do I get to use them? I know if I PvP'd, but yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Or if you do the toxic sprout events.
True. No one does those anymore, really.
Exactly.
Which is such a shame. I really wish I would have. Anyway. The precursor collection items that required temples and ore to be captured can now also be obtained by successfully defending a temple after it is captured. Haven't we had that before? I swear that's been
every time they add a new precursor that requires these temple events, they forget to allow it for the defense and only put it in for the capture.
Okay, so it's now
supposedly
up to date
every single time. Yeah.
Okay, because I remember when I was reading this, I'm like, haven't we had this already? I guess it's now for all the legendaries that are now currently in the game, and hopefully going forward. But we also got a little bit of tweaks to some of the professions. So the Revenant targeted destruction corrected how damage increases are displayed so that they now show 7% in PvP and 10% in PvE and War of the World game modes.
Tooltip update.
Yeah. Engineer Overheat, the Hollowsmith now takes a small amount of damage before the main explosion in order to prevent exploits that use out of combat actions. Ooh.
I don't know how that worked, but
yeah, at least they fixed it.
Yeah.
Thief, stolen skills. Stealth that is applied by these Deadeye skills now occurs earlier to prevent players from accidentally attacking without it. Slightly increase the aftercast so that queued skills don't interfere with the stealth aspect of these skills, and adjusted the animation timing to fix a bug that caused these skills to show no animation while under the effects of quickness. This adjustment does not alter the skill activation timing though. So little minor tweaks all around.
I don't know. I think it's just usability stuff for Deadeye stolen skills.
Yeah, it seems like little minor tweaks from the big patch that we had.
Yeah, I'm expecting this to be a much larger section on the 13th.
Why do you say that?
Because of stuff that they introduced during the live stream that we'll talk about later.
Ah, okay. Fair enough. And actually some undocumented notes, which I think is probably the biggest note out of all of them. Legendary weapons can now have swappable sigils similar to runes in legendary armor. Oh.
But the economy.
Yep, chat just got to it too. So yeah, the economy. So everybody out there, is the economy ruined or is everything okay?
I don't know.
But this was awesome. So, I mean,
Honestly, I think the biggest thing that like you're going to see some of the really expensive sigils drop in price because they're the rating sigils, and you're not going to see them constantly dropping, like having to be purchased and reapplied. Let's
Yeah.
not go there, Mofongo. That's it. That needs a recipe. That's it.
Well, hey, at least if you had a sigil of nullification in your legendary, you can at least extract it now to go make some armor. Well, put you one little step closer and not have to worry. So there's one little upside if you were using a sigil of nullification for whatever reason. But yeah, I'm glad they made this change, and yeah, I like kind of chat saying that, some say it's been ruined already for so long, but we're not seeing a change due to this, at least for right now. But it's only been a week,
I don't, I
so
don't I don't see anything bad coming from being able to swap sigils on your legendary weapons. You already have a legendary weapon. You've done your work putting stuff into the economy.
yeah. So I think that's kind of the biggest one out of all the little minor tweaks that wasn't even listed, but luckily a lot of Eagle Eye Guild Wars 2 players found it. But oh boy. Any final thoughts on the patch notes?
No, I'm just looking at the next topic, and I didn't. I
Yeah.
saw you posting all the links for this, and I didn't even have time to read through all of them.
No, it was a lot of people bringing their own cases to it, and we were talking about it before pre-show a little. Well, we were slightly trying to talk about it a little bit before pre-show, but we were talking about other things, which I'm sure you gotta show up live to check all that stuff out. But yeah, speaking of, I don't know how to segue to this. Problems.
Speaking of money,
Yeah. We've had some concerns of real money trading, and apparently there has been discovered an issue with real money trading, which, for people who don't know, if you are basically spending money on through third-party websites to get gems or gold or whatever, normally gold, for a cheaper amount that you would get out of ArenaNet's system. So if you do this through ArenaNet, it's still okay. You're not in trouble or anything. This is if you go to those third-party websites, the people that kind of whisper you with their broken English and whatnot. But yeah, it seems like there was a real money trading issue where the individual accepted 200 gold from mail, but mailed it back to the offending real money trading account and got flagged as a result. So this kind of started a massive uproar because even though they switched it or sent it back, the team already removed 200 gold from them and also flagged their account as like kind of keep watch on this one type thing. So a lot of people were saying, oh, if you can basically get like someone in trouble if you have their account name and just spend some money and gold, the gold gets sent to them, since we have no way of really, canceling or sending it back. Like, you can send it back, but it still had that transaction type thing, so that could still potentially flag you. But I think it is important to note that the person actually took the gold and then sent it back, which that could have been the big problem with it. I don't know if it would have been different if they just returned to sender, but the person was actually trying to figure out who this was, because apparently they do hero point runs or different types of runs, and I guess they tend to get sizable donations.
well, okay. The first thing that this is telling me is that the logging for the mail system in the game is kind of poor.
Yes.
So, I'm not gonna lie. The language barrier bit. I've known people that have terrible English, both typing and speaking, and they're fantastic people. So I don't know if that's necessarily as much of a viable bit as opposed to normally you can identify a real money transfer account by the I'm just going to smack my hand on the keyboard account name.
Yeah.
That's usually how you identify them.
And it's important to note that, Chatty is even saying the person could also be lying as well.
The fact that it's like, hey, even if I'm going to take them at face value and say they're telling the truth, that money just came in out of nowhere. If I just randomly logged in and I had 200 gold sitting in my inbox, you're damn right I'm going to take it, because 200 gold. Okay, whatever. Honestly, I find the other way is that, you can basically dox someone's account by getting their account name and buying them gold and getting them banned for that. So honestly, I think the biggest thing that comes down here is the report system needs fixed. Like the report
and we've talked about that before, like the report system, and now we're kind of saying the mailing, like, detection system is kind of bad, since we don't have any face-to-face trading is the problem. Which I know they want everything to go through the trading post, but I don't know, that doesn't always. If you want to help out a guildie, it's like,
why would you go through the trading post for that? You have the mail system.
Yeah, I'll post this gray item for 200 gold, and you buy it. It's like,
yeah, but then you lose money in escrow.
Yeah, it's. I wish there was a face-to-face trade, but anyway.
And Mofongo has a point, is that there's like some automation going in. Exactly, Magnus. When you hate someone, you send them 200 gold. You have to send it from a random account when you just like face roll across the keyboard to create the account name. But or use the guild bank if you have that feature unlocked. Because
if you have that feature, and if you're a controller of the guild that uses that as that kind of way, because some will not have that kind of a permission of transferring the gold that way. Which then, once again, if you want to try that, it's like maybe talking to the guild leader or an officer saying, "Hey, can you open up this permission temporarily so I can do that?"
But basically, what I think it comes down to is there are. Don't get us started on the 5 guild system, Mofongo. We'll get that. That'll be a segue past this real money trading stuff. Honestly, I think the biggest issue here is the reporting system and the way that automated systems handle things. If the account is flagged, if the mail is flagged, it should be held pending review. Because, sure, there's going to be hundreds, if not thousands, of mails that a system can flag. It's one of those things that, like, YouTube, their automated system can flag a bunch of shit. The problem I have with it is that they just take the absolute harshest possible solution.
Yeah, I was like, where are you going with this? I was like, is this in a support of it? Because this is no, example.
I do not support the way YouTube handles their shit. No, not at all. But an automated system should be used to detect, but not necessarily punish, because the whole point of punishment, like I've talked before about the rules on MMO Champion, where we don't necessarily define flaming and trolling and other stuff, because sometimes 2 people on a forum know each other and they insult each other, but they're doing it because they know each other. So that's not flaming, because they are friends and they talk to each other like that. That's just how their friendship is set up, because it's a joke to them. So that's one of those things where, like, we'll get the reports in, not necessarily an automated system, but we'll get the reports in, and then it's a manual review. So say something like this: if there's a suspicious mail, the system should flag for review, and then a GM gets their eyes on it, and then you go from there. That's more my opinion of things. I honestly think we overuse automation for a lot of things.
And I think from a business side, it's probably cheaper for them because they don't need a person that's sitting there to.
I'm not saying manually review everything.
Yeah.
Just, wait for the system to flag shit. Exactly.
Like
that involves paying a person to do a job, and it cuts into profits. I'm not going to get into that either, because that's neither gaming nor Guild Wars 2, and I'll be here for a while ranting. She knows it. That's why she typed it.
But let's say a new hire comes in and accidentally bans all the flags. They then have to go through the process to see what happened. Well, I mean, I know in some companies, if it's a new hire, that I mean, accidents do happen. And that's the cost of a new hire. I mean,
Well, that and a new hire is never in a. I have never seen a new person put in charge of banning accounts for any computer system without someone shadowing them, a more experienced person.
yeah, it's
Thanks,
uh,
Pirate. I appreciate it.
yeah, and that's my stance on things too. Is if I randomly got sent 200 gold randomly from someone, I would probably just return it. Though I know some people that will also be like, um, I know,
Don't
um,
start, Mac.
I know some people that will take the gold, put it back in, and be like, "Hey, you accidentally sent this to me." Like, send a message back to say
Yeah.
like, "Hey, you know,
Instead of just click the return button. Yeah.
yeah." Which that could have been the case with this one, you know, that they randomly received the 200 gold or other situations similar. But
Um, and honestly, the how rare is it that you can randomly get? I mean, it's probably rare, but the first time I made a car payment on the car I have right now, I transposed the last number of my wife's account from our bank account in order to pay the bill, and we pulled money out of somebody else's business savings account.
oh,
So it's entirely like receiving money randomly with the way the numbers are with Guild Wars 2 is like account name dot 4-digit code. That means that you can have the same text based name and they just mistyped the number. So, and yeah, she's right. The bank was surprised when we wanted to transfer the money that we technically took from someone else's bank account back into their bank account.
yeah, and I agree, Mac. It is one of those weird situations, but luckily there was clarification, and they said basically in regards to your fears about subsequent actions, because a lot of people were worried. I mean, rightfully so. It's like, you know, I could get blamed for this and not even be a part of it. We have recently clarified our stance on real money trading. It should be noted that your account is only at risk for suspension or termination if it is found to be directly linked with real money trading. That is, if evidence is found that the account is further distributing or storing wealth for such purposes. Simply receiving gold from real money trading is not enough to warrant an account action, though users who do accept this gold may receive a cautionary message that simply warns against the dangers of buying gold and items via real money traders. And they say you could read more about this policy at they list one of the articles, which I'm assuming goes back to their policy. So it sounds like they maybe updated or clarified their policies on this, which I think is good. Um, I think in the end it was like a lot of people wanted this resolved on internet time and not
Yeah.
business time, because a lot of people made it feel like this. And there's apparently some cases came out of the woodwork about, you know, this happened a couple months ago. It's like, I mean, it's
Things happening on internet time is just not a thing that's going to happen.
yeah,
It can't,
especially
like a business cannot turn around something that goes viral in the
especially
media.
not a business their size. Like I'm sure Google has like a customer support thing of like people that work 9 to 5 jobs, or you know whatever, you know 8 hour shift jobs, and it, you know, they have it tapered out so it covers 24 hours if that is their I don't know what their customer service policy is, or I would assume 24 hours, but they would have people that cover around the clock.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, oh, hey, by the way, when you're going home from work, here's this pager, you're on call. Like, I mean, granted, that still does happen in companies, but they're not going to be like, hey, some people still do use a pager.
And Mafongo, I think you have a good point. Is this sounds more like an anecdotal thing, and like there's a torch and pitchfork mob about it.
Yes.
So, and that's the other thing that Magnus brings up is, you're not going to get dinged for just sending a person 200 gold, because they look at, okay, yeah, the triggering email or the triggering mail with the money in it is like, okay, let's look how the account behaves. Like, I could send 200 gold to someone right now and they wouldn't bat an eye because I regularly play. If I send it to someone completely random, they probably think my account got hacked because I'm not in the habit of mailing large sums of money to people I don't know. So it's one of those things where it's like, this is why it doesn't happen in internet. No, we can't, Mac. My 200 gold is my 200 gold. You go get your own.
I don't even have 200 gold to send.
I have
I'm
less
not
than
going to
200
flag
gold
it when I send you 2 gold.
because you never send such large sums of money to people.
Yeah. But yeah, so at least there, was a kind of conclusion to the story, but
and transparency. Like they talked about how they handled it, and they clarified the process and the policy, and that's all's well that ends well.
yeah. But any final thoughts on the real money trading?
I think it was handled fairly well by ArenaNet.
Yeah, I think it started this week, so it happened. I think it was resolved within a week. They had to go back and like clarify policy and stuff like that. So that's a lot of probably usually red tape that has to get sorted out. So I think it's good that got solved within a week, at least for this case. But if you instead of trying to send money or send gold to those people by using real money traders, why not take that like $3 or $5 and you could have gave it to an arena for Extra Life, their event stream. Unfortunately, it just ended. I don't know if you're able to still donate, but it just ended like maybe like an hour and a half ago or so. I'm blanking on the time that. But
well, I just looked at the website and it says the final stretch was at 11 this morning, so I think it ended at noon.
Okay, well that was noon Pacific time, so it would have been 3. So yeah, about an hour ago. So yeah, ArenaNet, we have the results. Their goal was to do I think their goal was to do 60,000, and they wanted to donate 25. They wanted to match 25,000 of the community's donation, and at the end, the grand total at the end of the stream was $65,264, and that was basically 40,264 of that was from the community itself. So awesome job to everyone out there that participated, even if you didn't spend any money, retweeted, maybe threw the idea out there to other people, you had a part in it. But a little nice thing is, if you did log in to Guild Wars 2 during that time, you got a little achievement. It was you received the title called the Extra Life, and you could get a free revive orb in the gem store. And we apparently will get an in-game mail of karma equal to the amount of money that was raised, an in-game mail of an endless interface crafter golem tonic, which I think the only way before that was, forget how it was. Oh, it was part of the Overwolf Guild Wars 2 app challenge.
Oh, wow.
So you can now get that, and that was if $50,000 was reached, which clearly, the community knocked that out of the park. And also, if it was reached, there was a 7-day reward buff to Magic Find, XP gain, World reward track progress, and PvP reward track progress, and that will stack for every 10,000 beyond the 50,000. So it seems like sounds like 2 weeks out of it. So, once again, awesome job. And also during the stream, they kind of, as reaching goals, they kind of gave out little like hints or not hints, but like little teasers and stuff, which they showed off. This first one here is actually the Asuran map. It looks like it's a 2v2 PvP arena, and I believe these are supposed to be dropping next week.
Yep.
Not mistaken. Yeah, they said it was going to be dropping. November 13th. So in uh, not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday. So
that's why I mentioned, the November 13th patch is going to be a big deal. If we're getting new PvP maps in a patch, that means that's also going to be a PvP balance patch, because that's how it worked every single time with Capricorn and with Eternal Colosseum. So we're going to see those come in with patches. I kind of like this is Surin Arena. Looks like they're pulling a bit of battle royale inspiration in.
I was gonna say it kind of like closes off. It looks like it slowly closes the circle, or
yeah, I'm not 100% sure if that's going to be something like, say, Skyhammer, where there's like a burst and then it's gone.
battle royale.
Honestly, I like the concept of it, because if it's a 2v2 arena, that's fairly large for a 2v2 arena. 2v2 matches are not supposed to be long. They're not supposed to be drawn out. So forcing people to fight is a big deal. So I like it.
Yeah, soon we'll be able to hop into it. But also another PvP map that they showed off. Yeah, 2 PvP maps. Holy crap. Is this Christmas? Is the Jin's Domain. It is a 5v5 arena. And you can kind of see it here playing out.
It's not Christmas for you, because you'll never actually go into it.
It's Christmas for everybody else. I can identify.
You'll see it when I play it on Zero to Hero. That's for sure.
There you go. When's that? On Wednesdays, right?
7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
Oh.
Right after Vote to Kick. Jim's Domain. Yeah, no, I can guarantee you that
he's gonna dominate it. It is gonna. They're gonna rename it Jim's Domain. I'm your hype guy. Shush, shush. He will take on anyone in the PvP community in that arena. It can be 5v1, and it'll be Jib's Domain.
You are not colorfully dressed enough to be my hype man. You don't have the hair or the glasses for it.
Well, I'm wearing a hat. You don't know if I have the hair.
That's true. Can't remember the guy's name, but like it was 90s WWE. He always had like the mirrored shades.
Oh, Jimmy Hart.
Yeah. I knew you would know.
Oh, yeah, I know.
But I mean, it looks cool. I'm happy to see a Path of Fire inspired map. I'm kind of disappointed we never got a Heart of Thorns map. Like, I'd really love to see like something like a Tangled Depths style map where it's like tunnels and stuff.
Yeah, I agree with Magnus. New content is always welcome, even if it's a mode I don't care for. So
well, that and this does a lot to help PvP, because getting new, like, honestly, the last new thing PvP got was the automated tournaments. Actually, maybe Heart of the Mist. No, we got the new Heart of the Mist before the tournaments.
And I wasn't able to add it to the show notes, but it was because I was scrambling to record the thing to get a capture of it. But at the very end, since we reached our goal, Ruby gave us a little teaser of the what was it, like swamp southern kind of like Fear Not This Night rendition video of it, and we actually have it right here. And I don't have the sound, but feel free to go check it out on their live stream. It is pretty, it is the song that we heard before, but here's the music video version of it, which definitely I think was a nice touch. And but yeah. Oh, and chat's saying they mentioned where we will get some changes to pipping down too. Yeah, because they did say the next update would have some kind of tech for Where We World that they were really excited about. I remember them saying that, what was that, a couple guild chats ago? Because I remember mentioning it on the show. So
see, the biggest problem I had, because this came out, a certain arena tweet went out rather close to me eating dinner last night. And like 3 of the 5 responses to that tweet when I first got through that, was like, when's WW getting an update? And it's like, guys, Maybe just be excited that the game's been getting more stuff. I know WW is they're working on the. I don't know.
Oh, participation will not decrease when you leave World of World. I mean, it still degenerates, I would assume, right?
Well, I think that's it doesn't immediately, like, I think it continues the drop off. Like, it doesn't just immediately slam off your participation. Because I think if you leave and then go back in, you basically start back out at 0.
Oh, no degenerating when you leave, but when you stay in World. Oh, okay. Actually, that's kind of nice because it's like I know I've done it too when we did the World v World portion when we did our vote to kick thing. Which is that still open? Can people still vote on it?
Yes, because I didn't have a show. So if y'all want to go help Deo.
But anyway, shameless plug. I think at the end when we closed out, I kind of was like finishing doing stuff around here, but I kind of left it up because I wanted to make full use of my points as they degenerated. So actually, I love that change that it will. Now I'm not penalized or penalizing my own server for hanging out, which granted, I was probably already penalizing them by being in there to begin with.
Oh, you survived a little bit. So.
Yeah. I mean, though granted it was a tough night that night. We didn't get really too far anyway. But yeah, that was all the, I think, stuff that kind of came from Extra Life. And like I said, once again, actually, the one thing I wanted to show, Ruby tweeted it out afterwards, was actually all the staff that worked on it and, behind the scenes, in front of the scenes. And she did actually say, I just saw the tweet beforehand, that she actually forgot to add herself to the list. So, also thank you to Ruby for, all that you do and for this as well, and all the people that listed there to make, Extra Life happen. Because I know from not personal experience, but from listening to kind of behind the scenes from like Rooster Teeth when they do theirs, like, yeah, you have the on-camera people, but those usually you don't have as many people switching in and out behind the scenes that are working the cameras or that's usually, like, I know for them at least, they had like some of their camera crew that were there for the whole 24 hours and probably a little bit before that setting it up. So it's like hats off to everyone in front and behind the camera. So
yeah, it's pretty impressive to do a 24-hour anything is impressive. We can't have Age ever do a 24-hour anything anymore because Guild Wars will crash.
Yeah, he's the true weapon. We were talking about sending gold to people to ban their account. Age just starts doing 24-hour live stream in that game and it just shuts down. It's just so many people want to play with him, but he never wants to play with anybody else. So, crowds the servers and it crashes the servers. That's what happens. Yes, I'm still doing Age doesn't play games with me jokes while he's not here. Hopefully he'll hear this. But any final thoughts on the Arena Extra Life stream in general?
Good on you, folks. 65,000 is nothing to sneer at.
Yeah. So yeah, big kudos to the community and Arena in general for
that. And the community did 40,000. That's a
it's
majority of the money raised was by people. So that's really cool to see.
Definitely awesome job. Maybe your podcasts are flowing for that. Like I said, good deeds. Reward yourself. Reward yourself in the gem store.
Treat yourself.
Exactly. And always thank you to Dolphy.net. Check out Dolphy.net so you can spend your gems more wisely. First up, we have the Arachnid Glider for 400 gems. It is a glider. It does, I think, have 2 dye channels, and you'll see here on Dolphy's video how kind of.
The opening animation.
Oh, and Inks, Arena was matching dollar for dollar for the first 25,000. So while they raised 65,264, the community itself raised 40,000 and 264.
ArenaNet is really way too good at animating spiders.
But yeah, so you can pick that up for 400 gems. It is a glider skin. Um, while it will unlock for your account, you do need, the mastery from Heart of Thorns to use it for gliding. Hey, that's totally on, ain't it? Well, they need to make a couple more. If everybody maybe buys the bundle that we'll talk about here with this and the outfit, maybe they'll match that. Who knows?
Okay, so I'm not buying this glider,
Oh,
but it's really well animated.
yeah,
And
it
like,
is a nicely animated, but yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as you. As I don't need a giant spider on my back for any of my
no.
characters.
Part of me wishes that this had like a backpack to it.
Why? So it looks different when you glide with it, or?
I'm not gonna
Sorry,
get that.
I know, low blow.
But like,
Couldn't resist.
because it would be the spider hanging onto your back, and they could have it so that like the arms are like out around like the front of your character, like a creepy backpack. Here I am, like kind of cringing to myself as I'm saying this, and like, Jim, stop! You're never gonna buy it, but like, it's gross. It's good. It's gross.
And Inks wants his spider mount. Maybe someday.
Didn't they have devs that just refused to work on it because it was too well animated?
Oh, I'm not sure about that.
No, because I think
Isn't
I
that great?
remember.
It's too good. We creeped ourselves out. Yeah, I know. If you could dye backpacks, one day maybe. Maybe maybe it's a secret thing already. Did we check? I mean, they did the legendary sigils.
Honestly, if the backpack, like if the backpack skin matched the glider skin, if it could just pull the dye channels in, like maybe you can't necessarily change the dye on the back piece, but it just pulled the dye channels from the glider, that would be cool. But
Okay, yeah. Inks is saying the community is scared of spiders, so they didn't finish it. So
well, there's a lot of people that are terrified of spiders, and I like arachnophobia is a pretty common phobia. So I can't say I'm surprised that like they didn't want to put something in that, they wanted people to use, and then like people are like, I can't play this game. I can't ride that mount. Bye.
Well, I guess a big problem is because the mounts are such a utility tool to use it. It
Yeah.
would almost require you to. Like what here we go, Arena. What if you did one, but then and then people can't complain, release a free skin that skins the spiderness out of, like, it's just, I don't know, some kind of other creature that's not as terrifying. But then then no one can ever say you never gave us a free skin, maybe in the game, or just make it free in the gems or whatever. But
That's a can of worms there.
we're trying to solve problems all at once.
Problems that don't exist.
It comes in a bundle that has templates, whatever.
Speaking of bundles,
Yeah. Well, actually, we have the other part of the what's soon to be will be the bundle that we'll be talking about is the haunted armor outfit, and it is an outfit thing. And it is 700 gems. You can hide the head slot, but it is all or nothing type of thing. It is an outfit, so you can't mix and match really.
this thing looks good. I saw somebody with it on stream on Wednesday night. This thing, it looks really good. The particle effects for like your character is like literally not there, where the person's body would be is just swirling magic, and the particles die really well.
No, Aaron was doing World v World when he was streaming, and he saw that armor, and yeah, it puzzled a lot of people. We were like, is this like a new armor or whatnot? But yeah, unfortunately, then we found out it was an outfit. And
I agree with Hat though. It should turn your head off if you hide the helm.
Oh, that would be nice. That would be a cool little feature.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a beautiful looking outfit. I mean, like I said, the only downside is it being an outfit, but
Yeah.
you are fine with an outfit. Definitely pick this up for 700 gems, or you can actually get both the outfit and the glider if you are so inclined to for 2,000 gems. And also on top of that, you will get 1 Onyx and Gold Lion weapon choice, and 1 Total Makeover kit, and 5 Alonian Beast die kits. Now remember, those Alonian Beast die kits do have, it's, as per usual, are the die kits that we've always been talking about. Is a bit of a, gamble on if you're going to get the exclusive ones.
You said the word.
Yeah. I was debating on which one I was going to say. But yeah,
I'm actually kind of reminded of the Sand Wraith from Prince of Persia 2.
Okay.
For this outfit. A little bit.
So would you already said you're not going to be picking up the glider. Would you pick up the outfit?
Maybe. But I'm not, like, it's not something I'm going to go out of my way to get. But if I had the gems, they're like, you have to pick an outfit to buy, I'd get this one.
Okay. And I guess since you wouldn't be picking up the glider, you're not probably going to be inclined to pick up the bundle, since that,
Yeah, no. It's a good bundle. Like, if you like everything in it, there's good value in there. I count the die kits as a grand total of 0 gems because they're basically worthless. I know Inks has ranted before about the like, oh yeah, I made 5 silver off of these die kits. They're worth however many gems. That's however much gold for those gems, and I made 5 silver off of these dies. Yeah. No, I think the die kits are worthless, but yeah, no, it's a good bundle.
I agree. If you are a fan of the glider, because like we were saying, it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea just because of the whole, fear of spiders. But I think the outfit is tremendous looking. I've seen people have it in game. It definitely. I don't think screenshots do it justice. I would try to see if you can find someone or even preview it, which even preview doesn't always do it as much justice, but if you can see it in game with like the actual in-game lighting, I think you would be tremendously impressed with it.
Yeah, the particle effects especially, like it looks really good.
And some returning and on sale items. Yes, some things that are actually on sale, not just for sale. The bat wings and glider combo, which is just 700 gems. That is a backpack and glider. Unfortunately, cannot die. The backpack.
The glider doesn't even have any die channels, so
it's fine. The glider doesn't either. Okay, well then, hey, it matches. Hey, we got one. Grant's Regalia outfit for 560 gems. That is 20% off, and that is an outfit. Do keep that in mind. So, like I said, with the new outfit, it is all or nothing. You can hide the head slot. The Ghoul backpack and mini set, which is 390 gems, which is 35% off. And this, I'm surprised they haven't done more of these. It is a kind of unique one where it gives you a mini pet that is just the legs of a mummy, and the backpack is a ghoul that's like kind of clutching a kind of treasure item, and so it looks like they're both severed, but it's like still kind of running around with you. And so it was definitely a cool and interesting use of the different things you can have displayed.
It's probably the only mini that I will say I like it. I don't think I'd get it, but I think it's hilarious.
I just realized, if they, people are like, oh, if they ever had a polymorph, or basically like how WoW did, their basically Pokemon with their mini pets, if they actually had skills, I kind of I was trying to think, what would the skills be for a pair of legs? Which
kick.
Well, kick, and part of me hopes arena, or knowing arena and how they like to just make some kind of nonsensical jokes. I hope one skill's headbutt. Just so you're just like, wait, what?
Hip check.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, so you can definitely pick that up for 390 gems, 35% off. Like I said, Grant's Regalia outfit, so which is a nice outfit, I would say. Once again, you are limited to it being an outfit, but it is on sale for 560 gems. So
the bat wings look good. They're from the earlier wing backpack glider combos, so they don't, when you're the backpack, they don't move very much, but the wings, they're good gliders. I use them for my char. So
Any final thoughts on gem storage?
it's Halloween.
Yep.
Also, I love the fact how Inks left his mark on the show, especially the gem store section. We always make the distinction of on sale and for sale now.
It's an important distinction. I
It
mean,
is. It is.
but last up, you're talking about ink. Speaking of community, people in the community corner. So we've been talking about it before, but the Guild Mag annual. I think they just tweeted out that they were. I don't want to get the number wrong. I think they were just shy of 10,000. Was it 10,000? I wish I would have. I didn't even think about this until we got to this section, but they're pretty close to reaching. It's either 1,000 or 10,000. I know it's one with some zeros behind it. Scrolling back quickly.
That's a statement, Deo.
Okay, it was 1,000. I do apologize. So yeah, they're 12 orders away from reaching their second stretch goal of $1,000 for the World Child Cancer. That is the charity that they're doing the Guild Mag annual for this year. So it's definitely a good cause. And they are planning on doing streams from community members on the 10th and 11th via the Guild Wars 2 Twitch. Apparently you're going to see a familiar face on the 10th. That was kind of random. No, maybe if you have headphones, you'll get to hear it. I think something was going by your mic around the mic, and it picked up like an ominous like little roar. I was kind of just leaving it in for like just a moment, like, and maybe no one else heard it, but
I've been trying to futz with the gain because somebody for our show said that the difference in our audio made the video problematic to watch. So that it could have been something there, but.
Well, anyway, sorry. It was just a perfect opportunity. It was almost like an ominous, like, woo. But anyway, I digress. Let's keep talking about Guild Mag. So, like I said, it is a physical copy. Definitely, pre-order. Let me actually throw in the link like we normally do. But yeah, you can pre-order it. They will release it on the website, like just the digital version. But if you want the physical version, the artwork, articles from people around the community, like I said, hopefully we get Age back here, because I know he still has his magazines from previous years, and and we try to say they are top quality. They only make the amount that they need, so like this is at cost. Like they don't really make any profit from it. This is basically the price that it costs to manufacture the thing, and then the rest goes to the charity. So it's not like they're making profit off of you buying this. So it's definitely for a good cause, high quality. I would say better than most magazines, though. How I've seen people turning the pages, like they're really good quality. Like it's better than a magazine you'd get off the shelf. Like, so if you're thinking, Guild magazine, it's better than a magazine, I would say. So definitely pick that up. Also, I believe next week, Mighty Teapot's amateur rating party. It will be. It starts on November 11th, but they're also doing it on the 17th and 18th. The goal is to clear. The goal is to clear and finish, including the new Mythrite Gambit wing. There will be over 20,000 gold pot. Non-elitist rating party competitors are allowed to enter, and 16 teams with first round being qualifier for prizes. So, okay, Chad is saying they have last year's, and it is very nice. Yeah, I've only heard good things about it, like very high quality for the magazines. But we'll definitely put this in. I don't know if you're still able to sign up for the Mighty Teapots thing. I'm pretty sure, since it is only basically a week out, it's pretty,
you could get a team to get you just, if you got a fractal team, you just need 5 more people.
once again, going back to Inks's.
I was tempted to ask him if I could use that song in and whoever I would have to ask Inks and the person who made it for when me and Aaron talked about rating for
but yeah, so definitely check that out, and we'll probably talk about it a little bit more next week, and maybe even cover it afterwards since it starts the 11th.
Be nice to see.
Yeah, good luck to everybody that's maybe already signed up or is going to watch. Good luck watching. But yeah, that looks like that is it for this week. And any final thoughts on Community Corner?
Keep doing awesome things, community.
Yes, indeed. And yeah, Jim, where can they find you?
I can be found on Twitter at MelthanisMMO. You can also find me here on twitch.tv/MAADrealms every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for Vote to Kick, where we discuss things in the gaming industry and whether to keep or kick them. And then after that, we've got Zero to Hero, where we've got Guild Wars 2 PvP shenanigans, and sometimes dub-de-dub, and sometimes random other things because we get bored because it's the off season.
Awesome. And you can find me at simply_Deo on Twitch and Twitter. And this past Wednesday, I actually streamed some Diablo 3 in honor of Halloween, and I enjoyed the Necromancer so much. I actually streamed some more last night on Friday. So best bet is just follow me at simply_Deo, and I usually tweet out when I'm going to stream. It's usually in the evenings of Eastern time. So definitely just having fun playing games in general, and anxiously waiting more Living Story for Guild Wars 2, because we'll always do our little truly react thing with my brainwave device. But if you are just popping at the very end, do stick around. We do a bit of an after show where we just kind of talk about general gaming stuff or more topics about Guild Wars 2, kind of more directly with the chat, has a more relaxed, chit chat type thing. But we don't record it. You do have to show up live for that, and you can do that at twitch.tv/MAADrealms. That's 2 A's in the MAAD. And if you do want to watch this show in full, we do highlight it on Twitch, same URL. But if you do prefer YouTube, just youtube.com/MAADrealms, 2 A's in the MAAD. And that goes up on Sundays at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. If you want to find us all in one place, even Vote to Kick and all that stuff, just go to MAAD Realms, 2 A's in the MAAD. You're noticing a pattern here. And MAADrealms.com, and that actually is our website, and that actually has the audio only version of Talking Skritt, which I know a lot of people have always asked for. So we're trying to give it to you. But you have to go there to check it out. And I think that's all the stuff I have to say. So we will talk to everybody next time, and see you again. Good night, everybody.